Hi guys, this is Guest75 again, back with another video. And today I have a special guest in my office. This is the new Xperia XA1 Plus. And I wanted to compare it to some of its siblings, the older, more expensive C5 Premium, also with a 5-inch screen, and the cheapest Sony phone you can buy, with still relevant software, the Xperia L1, which has recently been refreshed to the L2. So let's check them out. So they really had come to my attention. That's why I had all these devices together. That we have some some interesting choices that you can make if you want like a 5.5-inch Sony phone. So the XA1 Plus, it's pretty simple. It's the Plus version of the regular XA. So it also comes with a Helio P20, but this one gets 4 GB of RAM, 32 GB of storage, which is expandable, of course. You get the same nice 23 megapixel camera, and also the same eye-catching design with the nice etchings over here on the top and on the bottom of the phone. USB Type-C, of course. So let's bring some of the others in. So another option for you, if it's available, is of course the older C5 model, the C5 Premium, which is also 5.5 inch, and should also be around the $300–400 or euro mark. So that's pretty nice. How do these two compare? I think in terms of thickness, the Sony is a little bit thinner. Screen is also pretty much equal, so they both render stuff in 1080p. So that's a very nice screen quality on both of the phones. I think brightness is also relatively the same. Viewing angles, as you can see, I think it's also relatively similar. So in terms of speed, things are also pretty interesting, as this is a Helio P20 with a 53 cores, 8 of them, making it an octa-core processor, and this is the older Snapdragon 810, which sometimes runs a little bit hot, but I haven't had too much of an issue on it on the C5 Premium at least. So let's check out some app launching times. Oh. Let's just clear the cache on both actually while we're at it. So we cleared the cache on both phones. So let's just check out some basic apps. Let's try Instagram first. So pretty similar, I must say. Maybe a little bit faster on the XA1 as well. Let's see. Give it another shot. So you can see the touch response is a little faster on the C5 Premium actually. So that's an interesting difference. Alright, let's try another app. Let's try the Facebook app. Let's try the Facebook app. I think that was relatively equal. Let's try that again. A little bit faster on the XA1 Plus. Alright, let's try the soccer app. Wow, and that was was a lot faster on the XA1, but primarily because the C5 still had it in cache somehow. So let's try that again. This time we can see that the Snapdragon 810 in the C5 is a little bit faster. So let's try a simple game. Let's see, well, obviously it picks up the game faster on the XA1 Plus. Well, we can see the loading screen. Yeah, it's done. Fraction later, it's the C5 that's done. So that's pretty interesting. Let's try and reload some of the apps now. So let's start with Instagram. Both had to reload slightly, but we're very fast in resuming. Circles, of course, still open. Let's try football app, also still open. Let's try the Facebook app. Kind of same. Let's see the performance on the timeline. Both very smooth, but a little smoother on the Sony, as you can see. I have to tap it a little less hard in order for it to slide. That's annoying. Yeah, you see a little bit more stutters on the XA20. Sorry, the XA Plus with the B20 processor. But not all that much, really. Of course, both have the capability of running apps side by side. Although I'm not sure if I have the apps that can do that. Oh, they can actually. So even in that instant, they both remain pretty smooth. Let's try another standard app. Let's try YouTube. So again, somewhat quicker on the XA1 Plus. So that's pretty interesting to see that the mid-range processor, although backed by 4 GB of RAM, runs about just as smooth as a flagship of about 2-3 years ago. So it's very interesting to see how far these phones have come since a couple of years. So let's bring in a slightly lower tier, or in a much lower tier L1, which is also a very nice phone, as you can see in terms of display. Let's just delete all the apps again, and on here too. And let's, for instance, just try Subway Surfer. So both get picked up pretty fast by both phones. Of course, the L1 does have the extremely low great MediaTek processor. So you can see that the P20 is faster. So it's not a lot of difference. Also, the L1 has a 720p screen. But as you can see here, it doesn't look that inferior in terms of display details. I'm sure the colors are a little bit warmer and maybe a little bit more saturated on the 1080p screen of the XA1 Plus, but yeah, you can see if you go close up, you see a little bit of difference, but not by much. So really nice and capable screens all around. So So that's very interesting. So let's try another app. Let's also try Facebook on both. It's a little too fast there. 3, 2, 1. So not that much faster, but of course faster on the XA1 Plus. Let's try scrolling, and here you can really see the differences between a low-end processor and a mid-tier processor. You can really see the L1 struggling through the feed, and it's just not as smooth as the XA1 Plus. Facebook is just so heavy these days with all those movies and ads and apps, so you can see it just reacts a lot better on the XA1 Plus. So the XA1 Plus is a nice middle of the road phone, actually, if we come to it, if we come to a conclusion. It sits right in between a lower end L1 and a high end, let's say C5, maybe the XC Premium, of course. But of course that phone has a processor that's much faster. Still, for daily tasks, multitasking, gaming, it's a very well rounded phone, all-rounder, with a very nice screen as well. I mean, this is a nice team, of course, but in general, just the screen is just brilliant, and it has nice build quality. I mean, this is really cheap plastic, you know, without any kind of premium feel. It does feel very sturdy though. That's extremely nice. This is also plastic, but of a much higher grade. And of course, then the high-end phones and also the new XA2 models have this nice aluminum metal. I don't want to get into cameras that much, maybe I'll do that in a separate video, but in terms of camera capabilities, these two should be pretty similar. They both have the 23 megapixel cameras with the same options, although they've decorated the lens a little bigger on the XA2, but the lens is the exact same size, as you can see. So we can dig into that just slightly. You just see it's got the same interface, so you can also download different camera lens apps. So I've got a lot installed on this one, but they should all be compatible with the ones that you get on the C5 Premium. So modes and everything is also the same. So you get Superior Auto mode, you get your manual mode. So that's all the same. If we also go into settings, both of them, you can also see the resolution is the same on both. So of course they both have HDR, they both have object tracking. So that's why I won't get into the camera that much unless you guys really want that. I could make a separate video of that if you like. But all in all, very nice, well-rounded performer. This isn't a full review, of course. Let me know in the comments if you guys would like that somewhere down the line. But this has been my impressions and comparison of the XA1 Plus with its lower tier L1 sibling of the same year, and the much older but still flagship grade with 4K screen C5 Premium. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one very soon.